Hey guys, Dan with Kane Custom Garage. I got my XL12s out because I thought, well shoot, if I'm going to do that Steel 031 video, asking if that was one of the best firewood saws back then, I was like, well, what about the XL12? That could have been one of the best ones. So anyways, I was getting ready to do that video, and of course there's always one that has to give you some kind of problem, and the starter spring was messed up in one of them. So I thought, well, I'll do a video on how to fix the starter on an XL12 chainsaw. So here it is, check it out. Okay, let's take a look at the starter on this XL12. Of course, I was trying to get all these things running, and there's always a few of them that have some kind of an issue you gotta fool with. And this one, the starter is like not wanting to retract all the way. So the spring probably just needs tightened up a little bit. So let's do that real quick. So on these XL12s, there's 4 bolts that hold the starter on. And then there's a wire for the ignition switch. You just unplug that, and there she is. So yeah, the spring's just weak, see? Look at that. It needs some winding. Although sometimes when the spring breaks, it'll do that. It'll make you think it just needs wound up, and you keep winding it, and then it just keeps slipping because part of it's broken. But anyways, let's see if we can get it tightened up. So see this thing here, right here in the pulley? So you line that notch up, and then you grab a little hook or something and pull some of the rope out like that. See? Somebody already put a new rope on it. Nice. So you just line the hook up in that slot, get it in that slot, and then get yourself enough slack. And then what you want to do is just wind it backwards a few rounds. This one feels pretty loose. Whoa. So yeah, wind it back a few rounds to build some tension, and then put that notch back where the rope comes out, and then just flop it on, pull out the slack. There. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, see the spring's broke. You can tell because no matter how much you tighten it, it just loosens up again. Wow, look at that groove in that thing. The heck's that from? So anyways, the dogs look good, they're moving free. So, looks like we gotta put a new spring in this thing. So to do that, you just take out the center bolt. And if the spring's tensioned up, it's gonna want to blow up on you. So if you sort of wiggle it around, I think you can get the pulley off. There's a washer too, and there's a fiber washer thing. So yeah, what's the deal here? Oh yeah, I see what happened. The end of the spring came loose from where it's anchored. It could be broken. You see, the end of the spring needs to be anchored like right on that pin right there. So that's gonna be fun to deal with. So let's see. Oh, there it goes. It just blew up on me. Oh yeah, this goes here. So now the spring blew up on me. Yay! What fun. At least it's all in one piece. And while you're in there, you can get this crap off of here, because that makes the spring stick and stuff. See all that sawdust? Clean that out. So let me see if I can get this spring back in order. I'll be back. So yeah, see guys, so on the end of these XL12 springs, it's supposed to be folded over and then riveted to itself. And so apparently the rivet came out and then it pulled apart. So what I'm gonna do is, I got another starter cover. I'm gonna rob the spring out of that. Let's see if we can get that out without too much trouble. So yeah, see if you go like this. Sometimes you can get it out of there without it blowing up on you. Oh, there's the spring. No. Ah. Another one of those. So here's the spring. Oh no. Blew up on us. Yay, loads of fun there. Wow, it's actually wrapped around itself and riveted. What the heck? Ah, so you can put it inside itself and then stick it in there? Theoretically? Interesting. That'll be fun. Okay, so theoretically we should be able to just go like this. And just keep going around wrapping it into itself. Keep going around. Oh, look at that. There it is. A little modular unit. So now, theoretically, we can stick this in here like this. That's pretty cool. Somebody was thinking when they did that. I knew I was going to do that. Put it back in the old housing. Come on, Dan. Okay, we can get this out. We can get this out. Oh, there we go. Okay, get this out of here. This is the one we wanted in. Right here. Right here. Okay, spring is in. Bushing looks good. So now, put this little thing on. The little catch-em-a-jig. Okay, are we forgetting anything? Oh, this thing goes in there. Okay. So now the fun part. So we gotta drop this pulley in there. And get it to engage that spring. Come on. Might have to spin the pulley a little bit. Okay, actually just wanted to interject this, guys. So fumbling around with that, I found it was actually easier to put this in first, get it engaged with the spring, and then drop this in there and spin it around, and it'll click into this a lot easier than trying to get this to click to the spring. So anyways, that's how I ended up doing it. Okay, I finally got it engaged with the spring, guys. So now before we do anything, we'll put the washer and the bolt back on. Give it a little tight, make sure it spins free. And so now we'll do the old wind up the rope trick again. So we'll wind her back a few times and see where we're at. Oh. See, it's getting there, but it's not nearly tight enough yet. There. That looks pretty good. You don't want it too tight. Maybe one more turn. There. Perfect. Okay, now let's put it back on. Actually, let me clean this saw a little bit. I don't think I ever cleaned this up. See, it's got quite a bit of sawdust in there, so let me do that real quick. Let me scrape that out. Kitty's watching me. He's waiting while I air up the air compressor. Oh, he's a good kitty. Meow. Okay, got her blown out. Now she's clean. So, put the starter back on. So plug in the ignition switch and flop that bad boy on there. Pull the rope a little bit to engage the dogs. There we go. Finger tight any of your fasteners before you hit them with an impact, or finger start them. Because if you don't, you just ask them to cross thread them. Don't get too crazy with the impact. These little things are amazing. I didn't have one for years and I got one, and man, that thing is like nice. You can take flywheel nuts off without trying to stop the motor and all that. It'll just blast them right off. So there we go. There, now she works like she's supposed to. Okay. Starter repaired.